You wake up and the deficit is already waiting. Before you even sit up, the internal tally starts. You didn't get enough sleep, you're already behind on your time. You check your phone and become flooded by notifications, unread messages, and metrics. We tell ourselves that relief is just one more accomplishment away. If we can just clear the inbox, hit a specific fitness goal, or secure a promotion, we'll finally earn the right to exist in peace. This is the arrival fallacy, the belief that happiness is a prize awarded only after crossing an arbitrary finish line that keeps moving. Over time, this pressure creates what meditation teacher Tara Brach calls a trance of unworthiness. We live in a state of constant self-scrutiny, assuming our exhaustion is a personal failure. We blame our lack of discipline for our inability to keep up. This leaves us with a nagging question: why does the baseline of modern life feel like a struggle against our own nature? If the struggle is nearly universal, perhaps the problem doesn't start with the individual. To understand this friction, we have to name the system we live in: the insecurity economy. This is a macro-cultural environment that runs on the feeling that you are not enough. It is an economy that is most successful when the people within it feel slightly miserable and perpetually defective. Look at a newborn. No baby arrives believing their productivity is too low or their social rank is embarrassing. We learn those anxieties later. They are parts of an installed cultural script, not our biological default. This script operates through a culture of scarcity, a kind of background radiation that constantly reinforces the idea that time, money, and beauty are in a state of permanent deficit. You are taught to wake up already behind. The stakes here are more than just stress. When we internalize this systemic pressure as a personal flaw, we become a renewable resource, the most profitable, easily manipulated fuel for a machine that turns doubt into growth. Consumer capitalism operates by selling identities, not objects. It functions by first convincing you that your current self is broken, then offering a product as the only viable repair. This vintage Max Factor advertisement is a blueprint for that strategy. Entire industries, beauty, wellness, fitness, built their markets by manufacturing new physical flaws to correct. By labeling natural variations as problems, they secured a customer base that would never be finished. Today, algorithmic social media gamifies this insecurity. It ties your human worth to quantifiable metrics, likes, views, and comments. It turns your sense of belonging into a data point that fluctuates based on how well you perform. This system is unwinnable. It is engineered to keep you chasing. As soon as you hit one metric, the algorithm changes, or the trend shifts, ensuring you remain in a perpetual state of seeking the next cure. The engine of this economy is shame. Shame isn't just an emotion, it's a social force, the primal fear of being exposed as not enough and exiled from the group. Historically, we learned to avoid this exile by adopting rigid roles. We became the fixer, the good child, or the strong one. These roles act as survival strategies, smoothing over conflict to ensure we remain within the circle of belonging. Carl Jung described this as the persona, a social mask we wear to navigate society. But when we rely too heavily on the mask, it becomes emotional armor. We begin to identify with the role, while our true, messy humanity is pushed into the shadow. Modern life now demands we maintain this persona 24 hours a day. We're expected to manage a curated self online, a public storefront that must be constantly updated and defended. The ultimate tragedy of this performance is that it ensures isolation. By presenting a flawless role to secure belonging, we make it impossible for our actual, vulnerable selves to be seen or loved. These scripts stay in place because the pressure extends deep into the ancient wiring of our biology. It centers on a process called neuroception, the autonomic nervous system's background software for detecting threat. As this map shows, the human brain registers social rejection and shame using the exact same pathways it uses for severe physical injury. To your nervous system, a threat to your social standing feels like a physical attack. The insecurity economy exploits this overlap. By flooding us with constant reminders of our perceived deficits, it triggers a chronic chemical cascade. Our bodies shift out of a calm, connected state and get locked into a survival loop of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. This creates a biological paradox. For our ancestors, social exile meant death. Today, when you try to drop the armor and be authentic, your nervous system interprets that vulnerability as a life-threatening danger. It triggers the alarm to keep you safe behind your mask. This is why burnout and chronic anxiety feel inescapable. They are the results of a biological alarm system that has been jammed in the on position by a hostile culture. Your struggle is an accurate response to a sick environment. To reclaim our agency, we have to distinguish raw reality from the story. Raw reality is the immediate sensory facts, the sound of a voice, the weight of your body. The story is the dramatic, shame-based narrative the brain invents to explain those facts. When you feel not enough, you are often hearing an echo chamber of every marketing campaign and cultural expectation you've ever absorbed. Your inner critic isn't speaking the truth. It's reading from the insecurity economy's script. Viktor Frankl observed that freedom exists in the space between a stimulus and our response. We can expand that space by introducing a sacred pause, a deliberate gap where we stop the automatic reaction and look at the physical sensations of the moment. In that pause, we can ask, is this about me, or am I standing in someone else's unfinished business? This simple act of discernment severs the link between the sensory facts of our lives and the systemic stories designed to diminish us. We don't have to navigate this alone. Our nervous systems are wired for co-regulation. We settle and heal by anchoring ourselves to grounded, safe presences, the presence of a trusted friend, a calm, gentle animal, or the steady rhythm of nature. Your breath is a direct manual override for your biology. By consciously slowing your inhale and lengthening the exhale, you send a physical signal to your brain that the emergency is over. You are telling your body that it is safe to be here. You cannot instantly dismantle global algorithms or macroeconomic pressures, but you possess total agency over the immediate biological and emotional field you inhabit. Every time you drop the performance and declare, "I am enough," you perform a radical act of refusal. You stop being fuel for a machine that profits from your fear. You are no longer performing a part. You are living a life.
Thank you for watching. If something in this resonated with you, then you're already closer than you think. If you're ready to go deeper, there's a link below to my book, Radically Real: Spiritual Grounding in a World That Profits from Your Insecurity. This isn't theory, it's a framework you can actually use. Tap the link below and step into it.